Think about the last time you bought something you didn't entirely need. Maybe it was the car upgrade, the new phone a year before your old one died, the outfit for an event where you wanted people to notice you'd done well. And if you're honest, really honest, part of the reason you bought it wasn't for you. It was for the version of you that other people would see. That feeling has a name, and it's costing you more than the price tag, not just in dollars, in something harder to get back. Because here's the thing, nobody in your life is saying out loud. Most of the financial decisions you're making aren't about money at all. They're about identity. They're about managing how other people perceive your success. And that performance, that constant, expensive performance, is quietly making sure you never actually build the thing you're trying to look like you already have. Now imagine two men pull into the same parking lot. One drives a brand new luxury SUV, big house, designer clothes. Everyone assumes he's winning. The other drives a 10-year-old Honda, normal house, no flashy logos. Most people barely notice him. In 15 years, one of these men will still be working. The other won't have to. And the difference isn't income. It's something far more strategic. In this video, you'll understand why looking poor isn't about being cheap. It's about protecting your freedom. By the end, you'll see why some of the wealthiest people deliberately choose to look ordinary, and how that decision quietly multiplies their financial power. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Looking rich often traps you. Looking poor can make you untouchable. Let's break down why. Number one, it lowers your freedom number. Most people think wealth is about how much you earn. It's not. It's about how much you need. There's a concept in retirement planning called the 4% rule. If you spend $40,000 per year, you need about $1 million invested. If you spend $80,000 per year, you need $2 million. Double the lifestyle. Double the prison sentence. Every time you upgrade your car, your rent, your subscriptions, you raise your freedom number. And the higher that number goes, the longer you must work. The man driving the luxury SUV, his lifestyle costs $9,000 per month. The guy in the old Honda, he lives comfortably on $4,000. That gap doesn't look dramatic, but over 20 years, it's the difference between mandatory work and optional work. Looking poor keeps your baseline low. A low baseline is leverage. Number two, it protects you from lifestyle gravity. There's a psychological phenomenon called the Diderot effect, named after the French philosopher who received a luxurious robe and then felt compelled to upgrade everything else in his house to match it. One upgrade triggers another. New car, then better apartment, then nicer furniture, then more expensive social circles. Your brain recalibrates what normal means, and suddenly, what used to feel comfortable now feels inadequate. This is lifestyle gravity. It pulls you upward, financially, until you're floating at an altitude you can't afford. Looking poor interrupts this cycle. When you don't perform wealth, you don't feel pressure to maintain the performance. Your life stays stable. Stable lifestyles compound wealth quietly. Number three, it gives you negotiation power. This is something few people talk about. When you look wealthy, people charge you more. Contractors, dealers, even social circles. If you pull up in a high-end car, you signal capacity to pay. When you look ordinary, you receive ordinary pricing. It sounds subtle. But over decades, across houses, cars, repairs, travel, services, this invisible status tax compounds. Even legendary investors like Warren Buffett famously live far below their means. Not because they can't afford more, because unnecessary signaling erodes leverage. Looking poor keeps you underestimated. Underestimation is power. But here's the part most people miss. The biggest danger of looking rich isn't financial, it's psychological, and it's far more destructive. Number 4. Status creates a trap. Once you build an identity around appearing successful, you have to defend it. Promotion? You're expected to celebrate big. Raise? Upgrade something. New milestone? Post it. Your lifestyle becomes a public performance, and performances are exhausting. You can't downsize easily. You can't admit stress. You can't quietly simplify without feeling like you're losing. The 40-year-old in the luxury SUV isn't just paying for a car. He's paying for expectations, from friends, from co-workers, from himself. The man in the old Honda? He owes nobody an explanation. He can pivot careers, start a business, take a pay cut, move cities. He has optionality, and optionality is the purest form of wealth. Number 5. It filters your relationships. When you signal wealth loudly, you attract two kinds of pressure. People who expect you to spend. People who are drawn to your perceived status. Neither builds strong foundations. Looking ordinary filters out transactional relationships. If someone values you, it's for who you are, not what you display. And there's another dimension most people ignore. Security. Visible wealth makes you a target. Fraud, scams, manipulation. Quiet wealth avoids unnecessary exposure. The goal isn't paranoia, it's invisibility. Invisible wealth compounds undisturbed. Number 6. It breaks the hedonic treadmill. Research on happiness consistently shows something uncomfortable. We adapt quickly. The new car becomes normal. The upgraded house becomes background. The watch becomes just another object. Your brain is wired for novelty, not ownership. So you chase the next upgrade, and the next, and the next. But when you intentionally choose enough, instead of more, something shifts. Gratitude stabilizes your happiness baseline. And when your baseline is stable, marketing loses its grip on you. Looking poor is not deprivation. It's insulation from manufactured desire. Number 7. The real reason. The wealthy hide. Think again about those two men we met at the beginning. The flashy one invests 5% of his income. The ordinary one invests 25%. Over 25 years, at a modest 7% return. That difference becomes millions. But here's the deeper difference. One must continue earning to sustain identity. The other can stop earning and still sustain life. That's the real game. Freedom. Not applause, not admiration, not visible success. Freedom to wake up without financial fear. Freedom to walk away from toxic environments. Freedom to choose time over money. Looking poor is strategic camouflage. It protects your capital while it grows. It lowers your stress while others escalate theirs. It lets you build quietly while the world performs loudly. The irony is simple. The person who looks wealthy often rents their lifestyle from the bank. The person who looks ordinary often owns their future. Wealth isn't what you show. It's what you don't have to show. Looking poor lowers your freedom number, reduces lifestyle gravity, protects negotiation leverage, shields you from social pressure, filters relationships, breaks the hedonic treadmill, accelerates financial independence. It's not about pretending to struggle, it's about refusing to perform. If this perspective shifted the way you think about money, take a moment and subscribe. Because most financial advice focuses on earning more. Very little focuses on needing less. And needing less might be the ultimate financial advantage. In the next video, I'm going to break down a simple formula that reveals whether you're secretly wealthy or just earning a high income. Because those two are not the same, and most people don't realize which side they're actually on.